Hello everyone, hope you're having a good week. I hope you've been able to keep up with all the really cool, exciting Rebel Moon updates that I have posted on the channel over the past week or so. If not, check out the channel for those updates. To stay updated, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. Of course, if you feel so inclined. But today we're going to get into something a little bit different, another update from a different franchise, and that is the Highlander Reboot. So quite a while ago, we heard that Henry Cavill was going to be starring in a Highlander reboot. I, for one, am not super familiar with the Highlander franchise, series, movies. But since it's Henry Cavill, obviously that's going to pique my interest. And it seems like it's up his alley from like the type of genre and that time, that period pieces, and he did The Witcher. I feel like those kind of roles fit him. So we haven't really heard much about it, except for the fact that he's going to star in it. But the director did share somewhat of an update as far as kind of where the direction he sees it going in down the line, and that it is still in, they're still working on it. So let me just share a summary of what he shared. Director Chad Stahelski reveals that the Highlander reboot will incorporate elements from previous TV shows and potentially serve as a prequel, allowing room for the franchise to expand. Stahelski's commitment to the project bodes well for its development, as previous failed iterations have been reported over the years. And the reboot is expected to be a more grounded and realistic take on the Highlander story, potentially playing out like a modern tragedy instead of leaning towards the more fantastical nature of the original films and TV shows. So from what he described, the director, it seems like they don't want it to just be they don't see it as just being one movie and that's it. They want to expand on it, potentially have, more movies or series coming from that. They want to expand on it and have it be more of like a franchise or like a universe. And like it says, if they start out with a prequel, then it gives them room to build on that, and it gives them room to tell more of a story, have more of a character arc, bring in more things like he said from the previous films and TV shows, different characters and whatnot, and expand on it more than just having one movie or two movies and that's it and be done with it. Now that's interesting because Henry Cavill is leading his own franchise. Well, franchise pretty much. He's leading his own series over at Amazon Prime, the Warhammer 40,000 series that he's producing, starring in. He's taking a leadership position in that with that project. I mean, actors work on multiple projects all the time. It's not like they don't always just do one thing at a time. I mean, obviously there's, this is still going to take like more time. I think the Warhammer 40,000 will probably be coming out sooner than we'll ever see. Highlander, I think, is going to be still farther down the road. The Warhammer, I think, might be like next year. I'm not 100% sure. And it also says that they kind of want to have a more grounded, realistic take on the character and not quite as much, fantasy element to it. There will probably still be those things sprinkled in throughout, fantasy things, but it seems like they want to have more of like a grounded, realistic tone and perspective. And like it points out, there have been I don't want to say failed, but other iterations that were in the works in the past and didn't, come to fruition. So hopefully this one with Henry Cavill, stays on the right track. Now, one thing that the director has said before about why this is taking quite some time to get to filming and all of that stuff is because he said he's particular about getting things right. He does not want to diminish the overall quality of the story. So of course now with the strikes going on right now, there's not much that is really being done with anything that's, being written or is kind of in the works. But hopefully, sometime in the near future, they can kind of get the ball rolling on that and get into production, and we can find out more about potential release dates, or what's going on with it. But in the meantime, I wanted to share that the director did confirm that they are still working on it, and gave some details on what they hope to accomplish with it. But in the meantime, subscribe so that way you can stay updated on all of these different franchises and update, movies and all of that good stuff. Check out the short section if you're interested. I've been trying to upload daily to that part of the channel as well. And thank you guys for all of the support. Shout out to any new subscribers. If you're feeling so inclined, there is a super thanks icon below the video as well. Appreciate the views, the comments, all that stuff that you guys do for the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.